Challenge with Rita. Today I'm so excited because I'm with my dear friend here. In fact, you know those kind of friends you admire from afar for a long time, and then finally you link up with them because they are very inspiring. From underground, they don't even know that they are really making changes. So I'm so happy that she's on my channel today. She's going to be sharing and helping me for this series we started about the benefit of studying in Australia. But today we'll be talking about, we'll be comparing studying in Sydney versus regional area, because a lot of people don't know that we have other states in other regions in Australia. They just think it's Sydney, maybe Melbourne or Perth. There are so many, even there even NSW regional area. There are areas that can help you in anything you want to achieve in Australia. So in case you're making up your mind from all you've been hearing from us about studying in Australia, she's going to help you. She's going to give you ideas on regional areas, what to expect, the benefits and the pros and the cons of studying in Australia. So we'll be covering 3 areas. Number 1 is about the PR pathways, the cost of living, working opportunities, and the quality of school. So I would like to start with the question. First of all, I'm sorry I didn't welcome you. So welcome Eunice Ochibo, and she's a YouTuber. At the end of the time, I'll put down her YouTube channel and description channel, so you can go like and subscribe. She have beautiful content that you can learn from. So Eunice, you're welcome to our channel.
Thank you so much, Rita.
Thank you, for coming to this channel.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we're talking about, presently she's a student of the University of New South Wales, and I think she's doing so many things here, but she's studying social work, so like me, and then she'll be telling us the benefits of studying in, or she'll be comparing the study of studying in Sydney or in regional area. So first of all, I want you to tell us about the quality of school with Sydney and regional area.
Yeah. So hi guys. So first of all, I have been opportune to do my studies at the University of New South Wales, which is in Sydney, and I've also been opportune to do my studies also at the University of New England, which is at Armidale, which is the regional New South Wales. And so I have a few comparisons here and there. I don't know, should I start with the positive light or should I start with the negative? I should just go for it. Okay, so the positive side of studying at Sydney is, in Sydney, specifically in the University of New South Wales, is the fact that everyone is there for you. So they all know everyone, the lecturers, all the staffs there, they know that they are just in that uni just because of the students. So they are always there on top of the game, ready to serve you to the best of their ability. When I say that, like coming in as a new student from Nigeria, you go through that shock of the difference in the educational standards and all these sort of things, where you have to dealing with your portal, getting your information on track and things like that. And what I noticed was my lecturers were always ready to listen to me on every single situation where I said, okay, I'm struggling with this. They are always there listening and saying, okay, how can I help you? There was even an occasion whereby I mixed up the date for my exams and I missed an exam. And normally, now thinking about it with my school in the regional area, I just realized if it was my school now, I would have failed that course.
I understand.
But thinking back to the school in Sydney, they looked for a different date for me and they said, oh, we understand what you're going through. Okay, just bring a letter telling us why you didn't do that. And they set up an exam date for me, which I took my exams.
Yeah, to add to that, I know my husband too is in the University of New South Wales, and I remember during the orientation they had so many things given to them. Even I followed him to one of his orientation, and I saw the way everyone was ready. I met with the VC, shook hands with him, talked to him like a normal everybody. So there's nobody's there to show any office. And
so also giving credit to the regional area side, I would say for some reason, maybe because they don't have as many students going over there to do their studies, most international students come in to all these profound schools like UNSW, Western Sydney University. They never think of the regional areas. So the good thing about there is just you getting the admission to that school, you have a scholarship. So everyone has a 30% scholarship there, which makes the fee way cheaper than other schools in Australia.
I hope you're getting that.
Yeah, so that's something you should also consider, and automatically you have a 1-year free accommodation. Just schooling there. I was not opportune to use mine just because it was the COVID period. I had my job in Sydney, and But if I was able to go to Armidale, I would have gotten like 1 year free accommodation.
Wow.
Just because I
so
got
consider
accommodation.
that if you're taking
So
up
I think,
accommodation.
yes.
Yeah, sorry, because if you're continuing the home accommodation cost,
Just
Regional is a
consider-
place for you.
yes, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll give them the credit for that side, and also with the first credit I gave to University of New South Wales.
Yeah.
Over that, I'll blame it on the COVID.
Okay.
So with the COVID situation, you all know that our school became virtually where we had to do everything online.
True, yeah.
There was no sort of in-person communication right from when I started my program.
True.
Probably if I was on campus,
Yeah,
I would
see.
have had a better relationship with the people at my faculty.
I see.
I feel like that's for me.
Okay.
I always felt like with communication, it hits differently when you're doing it in person and when you're doing
Very
it over
true.
the phone. So
Oh,
yeah, I'll just stop there on what I've said just to give
Yeah,
you.
because seriously, we will not only just say the positive side, we're also going to say the cons. Yes, like she said you people, everyone is there for you. The
Yeah.
regional area, you're going to have like
A little bit of a
the fare might be cheaper or lesser, and then fair condition for a year. So you can leverage on all this information you're getting. But we're going to get back to the cons. Yeah, but for now, I would like her to talk about the PR pathways,
Okay.
comparing with this, going to these two universities.
Yes. So that was one of the reasons why I also felt very confident going to school at the regional area.
Okay.
And so I spoke to my agent. I was getting my admission from here at the University of New England.
Yeah.
And he just mentioned this whole list of benefits. He was like, Eunice, if you school in the regional area, you get this point for schooling, you get this other point for living there, you get another point. So there are lots of points that also come with just you.
Yeah.
I think because they want more development in those areas,
Yes,
they've added some bonuses there whereby if you live there for a certain period of years, you get some point. And you know the PR thing is point based.
Yeah, that's true.
And so you notice your points keep racking up
Exactly.
over time just studying at the regional area.
Exactly.
That's why more and more people, when they get to Australia, they end up going to those regional areas
yeah.
to kill 2 birds in one stone. It's just very easy. I don't have so much research when it comes to the PR thing, but I know that studying the regional area gives you a whole lot of advantage when it comes to racking up the points.
Yeah. So if you're saying, can you just, even if it's not like a very succinct resource or information you have, are you going to say that studying in Sydney doesn't really give you the advantage for PRing?
I'll say yes and no.
Okay.
I'll say yes because it's just harder.
Okay.
Yes, you can get it here. There are people that have done it.
Yes.
But it's just harder to get those points being in Sydney with the whole competition. It's very competitive here. And so probably if you're doing a course like engineering, where Australia, they're really craving for people with those high skill kind of professions.
Yeah.
It's possible to rack up your points. But with a course that is not as highly skilled,
Sadly.
yes, I will also say, so that's why I said, when I say no, I just feel like everyone can get a PR wherever you are.
True.
But people just rather go to where it's easier.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather than stressing yourself out.
Would you take a longer route,
Run or
something you
would
can
you
get
just
shorter?
take somewhere that is still legal or it's just shorter?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Why stretch yourself staying in a state where you have to put in too much effort when you can go to the regional area and just get it?
Kill 2 birds in one stone, literally.
So many bonuses to study in the regional area, and you were still in Australia, mind you. It's not like the weather there is better. I mean, it's not better. One in Sydney, and you just.
And you know the funny thing, you talking about this now, I just realized I'm here in Sydney and my school is in the regional area.
You see? Yeah, you see.
And I'm almost done with my program, I'm here and I'm working here. And so I think you can always
just
figure your ways around.
Getting the right information. That's why we are bringing it to you. Getting the right information and knowing how to mitigate, or I say run around these things. You just get your way around it, so that you don't come and waste your time. I see people running around the circle for so many years, not getting what they want because they don't have the right information in the right direction. That's why I'm bringing this video to you, so that you can just leverage on all these opportunities. And then there's one that's so important. People keep asking, if I stay in the regional area, am I going to get a job? Because I know Sydney is so developed, Sydney is so advanced, populated, we have everything. Are you still going to get a job if you're in the regional area as compared to Sydney?
Yeah, it's a very tricky question, just because it's like there's a fine line, it's in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that I'll speak about it from my own career perspective, which is social works.
Yeah.
And so, thinking about it from that aspect, because I was considering moving over to the regional area towards the end of last year,
Okay.
but I changed my mind. Part of it was also the job situation, and that's why I said it's in the middle. So there is definitely, we all know that you have more opportunities in Sydney.
Yeah, that's true.
Just because this is like the business hub, like
Yeah.
there are lots of opening career opportunities everywhere. And that is very different from the regional area where you don't have as much opportunities, but that does not mean there are not opportunities.
Exactly.
So even with social work, there are a lot of job, like if you type it on Indeed and all this job search website,
Yeah.
you realize there are a lot of openings for all those
True.
jobs there.
Very true.
But the limiting factor is you don't have so many.
Exactly.
But if you have all the requirements, if you have a license, and if you have all the qualifications you need, you can always get a job there. Another issue I have, especially with my own uni when I was doing the research, because my school is in Armidale.
Yeah.
And so Armidale has very, very limited amount of job opportunities.
Okay.
And so you find people going to Tamsworth, which is just a neighboring city,
Yeah.
going there to do the work, which I don't consider bad.
Yes.
It's just like driving within Sydney, 45 minutes
Yeah,
to your
exactly.
job place. It's
True.
still the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say you don't have as much as you have in Sydney, but
Yeah.
you still have them there.
Yeah.
And that's why it's even people that work full time,
Yeah.
sometimes you see them working in the regional areas.
Yeah.
There are jobs there, just like not as much as you find in
Yes,
Sydney.
so what is at the threshold of work for every student? Like we know in Sydney, I know every student have 20 hours
Yes.
working.
So you,
what about
in a week, so you have 40 hours in a fortnight.
wow?
You can work more than 40 hours.
And is that also going to help you scale through all the bills you have to pay?
For me, it does.
Okay.
So I don't know. I will not speak for other people.
yeah.
But if you don't have to sort out your fees yourself,
Yes.
and you're just concerned about your bills and your upkeep here, it would go way more than you even have your savings.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I would say yes, and that's one of the good things about Australia, and that's why I always tell people that are interested.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the, because I have my sisters in Canada
Yeah.
and my brother in the UK,
Yeah.
and I know that out of all of us, I think I'm the one that has that more of a footing when it comes financially,
Okay.
being a student.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because of the opportunities that Australia will give you as a student,
Exactly.
you're able to sustain yourself.
So true. I have a friend too in Canada. We're bringing her up to this show, and one of the complaints she keeps telling me, Rita, I don't get jobs
Yes.
but I'm
Even the wage, the pay they give us
Yes.
here is
seriously.
really good.
We need to say that. Like, what is the deep bread? I don't know they will
The
call
wage,
that.
which on
The wage, yes, and the rate in
it's
Australia. She's just
it's
thrown like,
unbeatable.
oh my goodness.
And so whenever I have my friends ask me, because I get a lot of DMs saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, how is the working being there? It's the best ever
Yeah.
for a student,
Yeah.
for international student.
Mm-hmm.
It's good."
Yes.
So you get paid from the range of a minimum. I think all the people I've seen, I've never seen anybody that would be paid less than $25.
Yes.
$25, and it goes as high as some people are being paid 40, 50,
60,
70
public
per
holiday.
hour.
Which country pays that?
Public holiday even gets up to 90.
My goodness.
$90 per hour.
My
for
husband
public
was in the UK and then he was paid £8 per
Yeah.
hour. In fact, the highest ever go was
My sister in Canada, you hear $15.
Oh
you
my
hear them
goodness.
paying them all sort of things.
£10 per hour, and
Yeah.
then they're working even in cold during the winter. But Australia,
Sorry, in Canada, my sister.
yeah, my husband there was in
Yeah.
UK. But in Australia, let public holiday come,
Yeah, I
enjoy
think
your
that's
life.
one of the good things about
Yes, the working
studying here.
opportunities just so sweet.
You'll be able to take care of yourself. So if that's your worries, I
Mhm.
think if you're able to get a job here, no matter the job, you'll be
Yeah.
able to take care of your bills.
Yeah, but don't get carried away with the
No,
money.
definitely. You can't even go beyond your hours,
Yes.
by the way. But whatever hours you have, trust me when I say, if you don't have to worry about your fees, it's
Yes.
going to cover all your bills.
And sometimes covers the
Comfortable.
fees. It covers the
Yes,
fees.
sometimes if you're being very careful on how you spend and you like constrain yourself very well, you
Yeah.
cover it.
Like I said in one of my videos, I said it's about cutting your coat according to your income.
Yes, Yes.
Cut your coat according to your
Yes.
cloth material. Like you can't just live a very flamboyant life, no income. Except you have it coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
Coming from parents here and there. But if you know you're self-sufficient,
Yeah.
you have to pay fees, you have to sort your bills. You just live an average student life, and you're going to live there, and you're going to have good savings.
Yeah.
Don't forget, in Australia, you need your savings
Oh,
because there are opportunities here and there.
you do.
Once you don't have savings, you're just shooting yourself at the back. And then, so lastly, talking about the cost of living, comparing the cost of living
Yeah.
in Sydney to the cost of living
In the regional area.
Because I've heard a lot of things. Some people leave Sydney and go to regional areas and say, oh, it's so expensive. Yeah, but I just want, although you might not have so much, but
yeah.
whatever you have to say, but just throw more light, because some people think that it's better off here or better off there.
Yeah.
Just something.
Yeah, so I'll speak on that topic not from my own personal experience.
Yes.
Because I haven't lived in the. But I'll speak on it based on the little research I did, thinking about moving to the regional area.
Yes.
And also a few friends that have relocated there because of their jobs.
Okay.
And so I would say it's cheaper to stay in the regional area.
Okay.
Starting from the house rent
Mm-hmm.
is just way cheaper.
True.
You can find like a 2-bedroom flat. I've seen a friend that mentioned that a 2-bedroom flat you can find around $200 and something in some regional areas.
And how much is it in Sydney?
And in Sydney, you should be thinking about 400 plus,
400 plus,
getting to
yes.
500.
Mm-hmm.
And so in that aspect, yes, I'm not too sure of the grocery aspect.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like definitely it will be cheaper because all the farm produce and all those things will definitely come from those areas.
Exactly.
And so I think generally the cost of living should be way cheaper there. The only thing that I know, the only discrepancy I know when it comes to, I won't put it under cost of living, but I'll just say flexibility in terms of living there
Yeah.
will be when it comes to transportation.
Okay.
I've heard the transportation in the regional area is not really as smooth going as it is in big cities like Sydney and Melbourne.
Yeah.
So it's still developing. So everyone that you speak to will always tell you you enjoy the regional area more if you have your own personal car.
Yeah.
They're able to drive
True.
because the buses are not moving as much
True.
and it's just very hard from what they explain. So other than that, I think generally just living in the regional area costs a lot.
Exactly. So
than
what you
living
say,
here.
yeah, about the weather,
The weather, I don't know. I don't really know the aspect.
Okay, you said the accommodation is way cheaper.
The weather accommodation is definitely way cheaper, but for the weather, I think Australian weather is confusing generally.
Shit.
If you ask me,
Yeah.
look at us here. In one day, literally, we go through the four
Go to the
seasons.
port, and I'm telling you,
Winter, summer,
Summer,
autumn, everything in one
in one day.
It will rain.
Oh my
It will be
goodness.
hot.
Oh my
It will
god.
be cold.
Yeah.
No, you can witness
I
it.
still prefer it to UK. and
It's
Canada.
way better. I
still
can't
prefer it.
complain.
Oh, I prefer it because if you're in those other countries,
Oh.
no, we are going to give you benefits don't in all those places. But we are talking about
I'm sorry, I
where
cannot
we are.
handle it.
Yeah. Talking
I
about
like
where we are.
Australia.
Seriously, you have like 7-6 months of summer.
It's just good.
Just imagine all the time you have
Just
to
look at
work.
us now putting on shorts.
As in,
And our friends in Canada will be putting on
not
this.
serious coat, jacket, cardigan. And again, maybe she didn't say that about clothing.
Yeah.
You don't need to come in with so many clothes.
Please don't.
Clothing is
Please don't.
so, yeah.
Do you know, the funny thing is this thing you're saying.
Yeah.
I felt it so much because I had it in one of my videos
Oh
where I
my
said,
God.
don't waste your money
Okay.
for Nigeria. Don't waste your time getting any clothes.
Okay.
Just come in here.
Just come
don't
in.
even waste your
But go and buy
luggage.
food stuff. So do not waste your time bringing in things that are very unnecessary, like packing so much clothes and
There's no point.
increasing your kgs. So just spend your whatever kg on bringing in food stuff, because like I said in one of my videos, you might need to adjust your test board if you're not with food stuff, because you have new foods here. Accessing those kind of groceries, like kind of local food, might be very
It'll be
difficult.
difficult at first.
Yes, difficult at first to first to adjust. So spend the time bringing in the necessary things that you can't do without, not packing too much clothes.
You won't find it helpful.
Exactly. There are so many shops that you can help you go buy those
Yes, a
things.
lot of them.
Yeah, and like we said, one of the things we talked about was getting a car.
Yeah.
So I'm also trying to say that don't just move into Australia without having a license.
Yes.
Because you don't want to go through the license process, you just throw more light on that.
Yeah. So I'll really advise you don't come in here. I think you should start the process now on working on getting your license.
Yes.
So what that helps you do is once you come in, you just convert your license into the full New South Wales license.
True.
The issue is if you come in here without your license, you have to go through the normal route of passing through the learners, going through all the several P's before getting to your final license.
True.
And honestly, no one here is going to sit beside you when you have an L plate
True.
for you to drive.
That experience is very tough. I cannot tell you the process I went through to get my license.
Yeah.
Because first you have to do the DKT test, and you have to do the hazard perception, and then before you now do the test. And
Wow.
sometimes you just so much you're expecting.
Yeah.
So for you to buy time before you go through that process, coming with your
Please,
license.
coming with your license, it will save you a lot of stress.
What's the cost of getting a car here?
Yeah.
It's
It's so cheap.
so cheap, so affordable.
It's so affordable. It's honestly not like home where you have to save up your whole life savings.
Yeah, that's true. And
Your
if
whole
you,
life earnings.
yeah, and if you want to move over to regional, you can take your car
Yeah.
and drive there, or you can transport your car with you.
It's really easy to own a car here.
True.
You don't have to spend fueling your car. It doesn't cost so much.
Yes.
When it comes to the insurance as well as an annual fee, it's not like you have to pay tax on your car every single
Exactly.
month.
Yeah.
And so, honestly, navigating Australia, you just need a car.
True. Like in fact, even during your interview, you'll be asked if you have a car.
Yes, most of the jobs will always ask you if you have a car, if you have a license.
Exactly.
So please, that's a major requirement.
Seriously, it's so very very important that you take care of all these things she said. There's so many benefits of studying either in Sydney or regional area, and like I always say, you can go through anyway. You can finish schooling in Sydney and then migrate
Yeah. To the regional area and work on from your temporary to your permanent residence and all those things.
True.
You can also finish in Sydney, do everything in Sydney and still do your permanent residence in Sydney.
Yes.
There is no one way to do the whole
Yes.
thing.
Or you can as well start from the regional, finish and come over to Sydney
and move.
over.
And I think that's one of the good things I like with Australia.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
It's we have so many states,
True.
and literally I can move anywhere
Exactly.
without asking anyone, even as a student.
True. That's it.
Anywhere.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, pros and cons. They both have their pros and cons. It depends on how you can cope, where you want to start from, and your pathway, getting the right information. Now, so we are bringing you this information.
Yes.
A lot of people, like she
Oh
said,
my God.
a lot of people don't have a lot of information.
Now,
Why
when
do
I
you
was
come?
coming in, there was nobody,
Okay.
no African that had any video on YouTube
Okay.
relating to studying in Australia. And do you know how much is so, like I was searching everywhere.
Okay, you can see.
You don't know where you're going to. You're looking for people there to tell you their experience. And you're not
Exactly.
finding anyone. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
So what you guys, I just think is really, it's a thing of blessing to have a few channels now.
Exactly.
Because they're popping up a lot.
True. See, the truth is that we are bringing you very silent information, and like what she said, it's also about linking with the right community.
Yes.
This channel now could be a community for you.
Yes.
So if you're coming here, you don't know how whether you want to study in regional, you want to study in Sydney, you can just comment on the comment section. Tell us where you are. If you need us to connect you, whatever you want, we have so many ways we can connect you. Even you can go to her channel. She's done lots of video about studying in Australia. You get a lot of tips. Remember what we do in this channel to give you tips to run through life.
And it makes everything easier for you when you get here.
Exactly. So really appreciate your time. So we want to thank you, Lona, for coming. So I keep calling her Lona because our channel is Lona Vlog.
I know people mix up those. They're like, are you Lona? Are you Eunice?
Yeah. So just you can go into her channel, like what she does, listen to her videos, like, subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification button. Like this, share. We'll be happy to bring in more posts. Do you have anything to say to our viewers?
I'm just really honored to be on the platform
Yeah.
because you're doing such an amazing job. I saw how your channel literally just grew and like you're an inspiration truly, and I'm just very grateful. And I just want to tell you guys to just hang on here because there are lots of juicy content coming up on this platform. Please subscribe to the channel, drop your comments down